If it didn't, that's a problem. I can see myself. I'm gonna assume that it started. So, hi! Hello! Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about this actually. I have not live streamed anything in a very, very, very long time. Um, I think the last thing that I live streamed at all was back in 2021, I think. Like April, March. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by watching myself in the corner. Um, when Skate the Infinity was airing, or ending airing for some of the last few episodes, um some of the last few episodes I would stream right after and interact with people, and it was super fun. But so I'm not quite comfortable with live streaming yet, so excuse me if I seem more nervous than usual. It's because I am. Anyways, so like I said, this is or like I said. Whew, okay, I'm good. This is a test stream. So, hello. Oh my gosh, there's people here. Their sound might be really quiet. That's why it's a test stream. So, let me turn it up. I just don't want it to I don't want the sound to destroy the world. Does that sound like blown out? Because I have issues with that with my microphones. So I don't. It's the whole point of experimentation. I don't know what I'm doing with streaming, so I need some sound advice, I guess. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let me know if I need to adjust the volume. Same for when we get into the game. If the game audio is too loud or too quiet, let me know. Whole point of the test stream. So yeah, what's up? How are you? What's going on? If you notice, we have a new background. I may or may not have bought. Hello! Welcome! I'm so excited about this. This is so exciting. Um, we have a new background. We have a lot of new stuff here. I bought way too much Omori merch on Christmas for myself. Because I have no self-control and I spent a lot of my money. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to adjust. I cannot see the chat fully. Okay, let's not drop my Switch onto the floor. Yes! Hero's birthday is tomorrow. I am so, so, so excited about that. I'm actually trying to work on an art piece to share for him that I can, post. But chances are, knowing me, I'm not actually gonna finish it. But I'm so excited because I love celebrating characters' birthdays. And thank you so much for the compliments on the background. I spent a lot of time on it today. There's a lot of little details about it. As you can see, I bought 2 of the calendar posters and I am obsessed with them. These are my 2 favorites. For this is February's and I love it for obvious reasons. Here Omori. And then we have May, which is just the cutest thing ever. And you can't fully see it, so I'm probably gonna adjust some of the stuff a little bit. But that's cool. I got the I really wanted the faraway photos. What did I put all of them? Hang on. Nope, they're not in there. I don't know where the rest of them went, but I really wanted the faraway town photos, but I could not get them. Because they were out of stock. So I'll just have to wait for those to go back in stock. But at least I got the Headspace ones and I have some of them hanging up and I have some of the others and then I have some keychains and stuff back there too and I'm really excited about it. Absolutely. I don't know how to do that here, but I will share some of it in general. I have an art Instagram that I've posted a few things to if you want to see. I have a few reels that just like spam that just have a bunch of like my Omori art because that's oh wait, actually I can show you my sketchbook. That's what I can do. If I can find it. Here it is. Hello! Oh my gosh! Hi, what's up? This is so exciting. Hello. I talked to you guys all in or I talked to a lot of you guys in the comments, but this is like the first time that I'm actually getting to like talk to you in real time and I'm just really excited about it. Can you tell? But thank you so much for for watching all of my videos. I still cannot believe that people are actually watching like I have been actually on the internet for a long time in terms of making content, but a lot of it didn't get anywhere and that's totally fine. Like, I never really expected it to get anywhere, but like this is the first time that people are actually watching my stuff. And it's kind of crazy, and I still have not wrapped my head around that yet. I promise we'll actually get into the game eventually. But let's see. What do we got in here? What do we have that I want to actually show? A lot of it is. Ooh, it's a hot mess. Oh, here's just some pen doodles that I did. Let's see if I can get the light to focus on that. There we go. There's just some little pen doodles. That I like doodling in pen because if you make mistakes, then you can't erase them, and I find that aspect fun. Because then I'm less worried about, like, oh, I gotta make sure that every detail is perfect before I do this, because then it's like, well, if you screw up, you screw up, and that's okay. So, um, thank you so much. I love the size that I'm at right now, though, because I love getting to interact with you all, and I have said a few times, I'm gonna be so sad if I end up, like, getting to the point where I can't interact with everybody because I love getting to talk to you all and actually getting to know you all and getting to know what you like. Um, and you can absolutely interest me in an Omori epilogue series you made. I would love to see that. I love any kind of fan creations. And you guys are so nice. Here's some. I draw a lot of Hero and Sweetheart. I've drawn her like 3 times. There we go. I actually made these while watching somebody else's stream. It was very fun. Captain Spaceboy. He's wonderful. And there's a cat. I was messing around with my friend. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and this one, like it says in caption, or title, I guess, spoilers for this. But this is a few sketches I've been working on. This is just concept for a piece I kind of want to draw. And there's Mari, because I love Mari a lot. Okay, wait. Just a few more, and then we'll actually. Oh my gosh. So I know at least a few of you know of Ace Attorney, but I mentally had this whole concept of I was joking with my sister about Mari and Mia being very similar, and then I went, ooh, but what about their younger siblings? So then I was like, ooh, Sunny and Maya interacting, I feel like wouldn't go so well. And then my brain jumped to we need somebody to like mediate that because like Maya's chaoticness mixed with Sunny's like very quiet personality. I feel like we need somebody else in there as well. And so then I was like, what if what if what if Kel and Maya were to interact? So I drew a few stupid little doodles of that. And they're great. And I kind of want to make more art of that. And there's a basil. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome more people. Ooh, what are you gonna draw? Tell me what you're gonna draw. I'm so excited. Also, hello. Thank you so much. I actually would like to open a Discord server at some point. The issue is, I don't know how to use Discord. Whenever I try, I just get really, really confused. So I think I need to like watch, sit down and actually like watch just a whole like somebody's whole tutorial on how Discord works. Cause I just go in there and I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. There's channels and there's conversations. But I have actually been considering looking into that because I think it would be super cool to actually be able to interact with people. I am planning on playing Little Nightmares 2 after I finish the first game. It's scary. I I have a love-hate relationship with scary games because I am losing my train of thought every 2 seconds. Excuse me. But cuz like it is so fun like immediately after I finish playing. Whenever I'm actually playing, I'm like, this is the most terrifying thing in the world. Why did I think this was a good idea to play? And then the second I finish playing, I'm like, wow, that was so fun. I can't wait to do that again. And I'm like, why? Why? Why are you like this? Ooh, yes, you should draw Hero, because, you know, his birthday, and you should, yes, Hero. I love Hero. If y'all didn't know, which you do, because I said it. I think I've said it in pretty much almost every episode in, like, the same voice as well. Just, I love Hero. And it's like, we know. We know. The Unbred Twins are wonderful. They are chaotic, and they are wonderful. The audio is still low. Okay, let me see if I can adjust that. I I don't have two monitors officially. So I am using my drawing tablet as another monitor because it works. I wasn't expecting it to work, but it worked. So I'm happy to be relatable. That was actually one of my goals because I would always get obsessed with whatever game or whatever, and then I would go watch people play it, and like I would enjoy watching people play it. It was fun. It was great. I loved it, honestly. But at the same time, nobody else reacted to things in the same way that I do, especially with games like Omori. Like they would always be like, "Oh, that's so sad." Or like there would be a few tears. I'm over here like I mean, y'all saw full on sobbing over the littlest detail. Like I need somebody else to react the same way I do. So I just decided that I would simply be that person. Model of drawing tablet? I have no idea. It was like $100 and something dollars. I think I got it off of Amazon. I don't know how to pronounce the name. But it's not like top of the line, but it's not bottom of the line either. It's very nice. I like it. Okay. Basic answer to boss battle, but there's so many good songs. Um, Probably very basic answer is obviously World's End Valentine is phenomenal. But I also, and I suppose this would count as a boss battle song. I really like Omori. Like that song just. Oh, I am so sorry. I bumped the mic. If that was really loud, I apologize. Okay. Who do you ship in Omori? I'm scared of that question because I'm not sure. How do we feel? How do we feel as an audience about ships? Because I personally am a big fan of shipping, but I also know that that can lead into drama. So I'm curious, what are y'all's opinions on that? I mean, obviously Hiromari, but I adore them with all my heart. Oh wait, I have Hiromari drawings. Want to see them? Of course you do. Not basil. That's not what we're looking at. Excuse me. There we go. There's some little Hiromari doodles. And then I have another one. They dance, and I love them. I love them very much. Okay, cool. Cool. We share the same opinions on ships, it looks like, pretty overall. I've seen a few people with Omori being like, "Oh my gosh, if you ship anything other than like Hiro and Mari, that's weird." And I'm like, "Okay, well they're all 16, like in the normal world, they're all 16-year-olds. It's perfectly normal to ship characters." Um so with that, I personally have been enjoying a lot of cuz I saw somebody describe it as like you got two different shipping piles, obviously Hero and Mari, and then you have, you know, the other form. You don't ship, obviously you don't mix that. But within this pile over here, I have been particularly enjoying a lot of the suntan content. I think that's at first I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm completely indifferent to like all the ships," but then I was like, I like this content the most. I don't know. I think they're really cute, and that's one of the like most wholesome ones. Because like I think a lot of the other ones could. I don't think any of them are like irredeemably like. Obviously, there's definitely some things that people have to work through in order for relationships. Kel. That is Sunny and Kel. Um, but overall, like I think any of them could work up to the point of having a healthy relationship. But like that one, it just is a little special to me. They're just they're just wholesome, and there's just oh, reactions when they heard the truth. Yes, I have so many thoughts on that. I'm actually working on a fan fiction right now because I know there's already a lot of fan fictions out there, but I wanted to write my own um before reading other people's so that I'm not influenced by other people's interpretations. But at least as far as like my opinions go, like immediate reactions to the truth is I think for both Aubrey and Hero will be running away basically. Like not immediately booking it out of the room, but like they're going it's avoidance. It's for Aubrey it's more anger, for Hero it's just shutting down again. Younger Sunny and Aubrey was definitely super cute. And I'm chill with that one too. It like I said, I'm very nonchalant about my ships. So they're very cute as well. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a good writer. I am a decent writer. I write things sometimes. Um, but I think that Aubrey would definitely be one to react more in anger. And Kel, I don't think I've seen some people because I don't think any of them are going to immediately run to them and forgive them. That's just not realistic in my opinion because there's just so much that they're going to need to process through. But in terms of um like forgiveness, because I don't know if it's just me being extra hopeful or just trying to fit with the vibes of the story. I do think that they will forgive them eventually, which great. I love that. However, I think Kel will be the first to come around simply because he went through so much trying to get them back that he's just like, you know what? It's in the past now. I don't want to lose you guys again. I'm going to keep moving forward with this. Like, I want you guys back. And then I think with that, um, I think Aubrey would probably follow soon after. I go back and forth on whether Hero or not Hero or Mari. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Hero and Mari's names together. Hero or Aubrey would be the next to come around because I think I believe that Aubrey would first start by like just forgiving Sunny because there's the whole justification of she pushed Basil into the lake so she can understand more where he's coming from. But I think that she would originally be against like no, I'm not going to forgive Basil, but like once she forgives Sunny and everybody's hanging out again, it would be she would just by extension end up offering friendship back out to Basil as well. And then Hero, I think Hero would forgive them pretty quickly in terms of, "Oh yeah, haha, I forgive you." But I don't think he would actually forgive them for quite a while. I feel like it's going to take him a lot of time. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit eventually he's going to come to terms with everything that happened and there's going to be even that little bit of sense of relief that what he thought happened didn't because he's been blaming himself for years for like not noticing. So So like there's that, and I think that is gonna help him, but also there's just the straight up that he's gone through so much, man. I have seen the concept art drawings. They are painful, honestly. Quite painful. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I'm not like missing anything. They all deserve so much better. I feel so so horrible for all of them. hmm In my interpretation, I think that that scene with like Sunny smiling at Basil at the end is definitely one that like it I think that takes place pretty much immediately after they tell the truth, and I think they'll eventually end up. Actually, I'm working on an animatic on this concept as well. Um because I am literally just making a bunch of fan content for this series right now. But I think that scene takes place like immediately after everybody leaves, and it's kind of Sunny just being like, "Hey, I did it. I told them the truth, and it's like it's gonna be okay, even if like they're gone now." So that's really cool. I am doing good. I actually I just got back from vacation today, so I am a little bit sleep deprived because I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and have not gone back to sleep since. So we are not running on very little sleep. We are running on very little sleep, but it's all right. It's all right. We'll be good. Mhm. I have not gotten that ending yet. That will be soon. Hopefully. I think oh gosh, so the plan is I think if all this works out, um either that'll be I think what's today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We might stream the other endings Monday, and then maybe start the other route on Friday. I think that's the current plan. I don't know. My dad said that he might be able to get me another monitor, which I will need if I'm going to be streaming it on the Switch because I kind of need two monitors. Capture cards, confusing. I hate technology very much. But and don't worry, you're not too late. I've literally just been sitting here for 20 minutes talking about random Omori concepts. I said I was like, I'm gonna play the game. We have not played the game yet. I have just been talking. That's alright, we'll find a way around it. Even if I have to mute the song, I will still be enjoying it, so. We shall see, we shall see. Hello, 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 welcome! Oh my gosh, there's 22 people here! This is so exciting! No, literally, this is how it always goes. I'm always like, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I'm like, no, no, I'm not. I'm gonna talk about this thing instead of actually doing this thing. I kind of knew this was how it was gonna go down too, because I can't stay on one topic. Well, I am very happy, because I'm very happy that my reactions come off as genuine, because they are. Um, I am naturally just a very excitable person, which is something that has not gone great all the time in my life, because I have come across as very obnoxious to a lot of people, but things just very much excite me all the time, and I get excited over, like, the littlest things, and it makes me very happy that people like that. Okay, So you have Sunny and Aubrey as your main ship, and how would you realistically make that work after Sunny told the truth? For Sunny and Aubrey, I feel like it would have to be. Hmm. That's a good question, cause like with Aubrey's cause they're very much too like contrasting. I don't know how to pronounce that. Um, Personality, which is totally great to ship. Um, but you have like very. I think it's hard because it basic. I feel like it really has to revolve around how Aubrey ends up forgiving Sunny, because obviously she's if that's gonna work, she's gonna have to forgive Sunny at some point. Um, so I feel like it really just depends on that and how you have that go down, and that would lead into where it can go from there. If that makes sense, I don't know. Oh, happy New Year to you as well. And yes, of course, I remember you. I yes, you were literally one of the first people to ever comment on any of my stuff. And I thought that was so cool, and it still is so cool. I'm happy to see you here. Yes, I have a Basil shirt. Look at him. He's so cute. This is one of my favorite designs on the shop. I spent so much money on Omori merch. You guys have no idea. Um I don't even want to talk about I mean, like, obviously it's fine, but like I spent so much money. It's so bad. And then right after I spent all that money, I got the notification that the plushies were going on pre-sale on the 6th. And I want them. This game is going to make me have no money. Ooh, favorite moments of Omori. Okay. I have a bad habit of saying every moment is my favorite moment. Like, I'm like, ooh, this is one of my favorite moments. But I think the first one that comes to mind are Aubrey's confession by the tree, because that was just a really emotional scene and it was very, very, very nice. Um, the boss fight with Omori was one of my favorite moments ever. Like, that was just so well done. I think the truth reveal section was really well done, but I don't know if I can say that it was my favorite because of how traumatizing it was, but in general, I think that it was like it was phenomenally done. I loved it. I loved the storytelling of it. Did I love playing it? No, I was shaken to the core, but that's what it was supposed to do. So, oh, hello, Oliver. Want to say hi? Big boy. Yep. Mm. Yes, my cat. But other than that, oh, Kel's conversation with Sunny when we go visit Mari's grave the first time was the first moment that like truly broke my heart in the game, and so that is always one of my favorite moments that I refer back to a lot. Similarly, the picnic with Mari at the end. Basically, anything that makes me cry is gonna be my favorite thing. Oh, that's so cool! We have a cat with the same name. Least favorite moment. Probably Sweetheart's Castle. I was so fed up there. And then I had. Are you so offended? My sister's scoffing at me. Um, because I was there for so long, and then I had so many technology issues there, and then I had to replay that section like 3 times. So like, I was like, oh my gosh, that was, that was painful to play through, like 5 times. So yeah, I think Humphrey was a decent it was a decent section, but like the timing of it, it was at that point that I was like, okay, I am done with the dream world. Like I wanna know what happened now. And it was kind of placed in like a little bit of a weird way. Um so as much I think I would have enjoyed the section more if it was like earlier, but it didn't really that wouldn't have made sense to be earlier. It feels very strange to be live, like very exciting. I am loving it absolutely. It does not feel like 30 minutes have passed. I feel like I've been sitting here for 5 minutes talking, and yet I look at the timer in the corner. It's like you've been talking for 30 minutes, which is just so wild. Oh gosh, well, thank you for watching my entire gameplay. Jeez, that's a lot. Oh, I really appreciate that. It's a friggin' long series, so thank you for being here for the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Please stop the menace. He's a very chaotic cat. Seriously, what are you doing? Yeah, Humphrey was an adventure for sure. Oh, Final Duet, of course. I can't believe I didn't mention that. Final Duet was brilliant, amazing, phenomenal, everything I could ever want. I literally had to force myself to keep my eyes open during it because I was crying. The pins arrived today. That just reminded me of that, and I just I love them so much. My heart breaks all the time. What is he? No, he should not have that. Thank you. It is hard to enjoy a game. Dude, my throat was burning so badly throughout that entire thing because it was like I am just suffering, and it was so great. Personally, I love things that make me cry and destroy me emotionally. We got a lot of Your Lie in April stuff back here, and that's like my favorite anime. And obviously Omori. Anything that makes me feel things is like my favorite thing. And no, it doesn't sound creepy at all. I really appreciate that. No, that was me playing with my sister. It was honestly great because when I played, I got really emotionally invested and then cried the whole time, and then I went and I played it with her who just doesn't take things as seriously as I do. So, yeah. Well, no, I need to tell you guys about Winston sometime. He's a menace. But so we just joked the entire time, and it was beautiful, especially since she spends forever looking at everything. And like I paid a lot of attention to detail in this game, or at least tried my best to. She was like, I am going to look at every single locker possible for, and I'm like, please, can we continue the story? Please, it's 1 in the morning. Please. It really does. Especially like Final Duet. That was one of my first thoughts when it started playing. Is I was like, oh, I'm going through this again. Great. No, the reveal was genuinely like disturbing. Especially I had played like when I recorded those. I think I recorded those 3 videos in the same day. So I had played for like I don't know 5 or 6 hours at that point. Um, and I stopped right after like that truth section in the fight with Basil, and then I had to leave because I had to go to Taekwondo. And so I was there, and I'm sure I just looked so completely zoned out because I was just standing there like not mentally present whatsoever because I was just like my brain was so stuck on Basil and Sunny and all of that that I was just like, I am not even. Oh, also, sorry, Kel Gaming. I acknowledged you like in my head and then never actually greeted you. So hey, hi, hello, what's up? There's so many Easter eggs, and that's why I'm so excited to play it again. Oh yeah, final duet and fight with Omori were definitely. Oh, I cried. I mean, I cried over so much. The amount of things that. I mean, y'all saw the amount of times I just randomly was like Hero walked in the room and I was crying. And I'm like, what? Why are you crying? I mean, it's great, but why are you crying? I know. I felt so bad for you. Like, not really, because, like, that's what I expected to happen, but when you got to final duet, I was like, oh no. Are you okay? And, like, obviously the answer was no. None of us were. I was crying too, but it's just like, man. Black Space. My main opinion on it is that I wish I had explored it more. Not really. But, I feel like I kind of sped through it a little bit. And I was like, cause honestly, the music and it was so unsettling that I was like, nope, 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 nope. But next time, I think I definitely will spend a little bit more time in specifically the second room. I couldn't spend any more time in that second room. It was just such an overwhelming. It was so loud, and I was like, nope. I don't know how long it took me. Wait, let me look. Let me see if I can. It looks like it took me roughly, I'd say like 32 hours. Because my last save file's at like 30 hours, so I think that's probably how long it took me. Yeah, no, that Omori fight, I was not, I mean, like, I wasn't holding it together before the Omori fight. I broke down, like, a section of the way through memory lane. Just straight up lost it. I was like, nope, can't do this anymore. I think it was when, specifically Basil, the memory of Basil's birthday, and Sunny's like, I just want everyone to be happy. Or, like, you wish for everybody to be happy. And that was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do that. And then I cried through Christmas, and then I cried through the Omori fight, and then I cried through Final Duet. I was just crying through the whole thing. I don't think I did get that scene. I looked for it, but then I didn't. So I'm guessing next time. I love Mari so much. Mari is genuinely probably my second favorite character of the game, which is so funny to me because at first I was like, Mari, she's suspicious. I don't trust her. She's evil or something. And then it was like the reveal, and I was like, oh, no. I'm so sorry, Mari. And now I'm like a firm Mari advocate. You know, fighting Omori was just so. It was so good, but so sad. I was just a mess the whole time. Like, it just, that hurt, man. That hurt. And it was just so well done. So well done. It was so well done. Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm happy you're here. Miwo is the best. Do you want to see something beautiful? She's not finished yet. However, my sister has been making me a Miwo, and she doesn't have ears. Look at her. She's so cute. I adore her very much. Yeah, she still needs ears, but Miwo is the best. I love Miwo very much. No, I am not going to cut out. My mom asked the same thing. She was like, you should make a version where you can cut it apart. And I was like, Mom, I don't need to go through that again. Whoop, my mouse just vanished. I wanted to scroll up to. Mari. I am an older sibling. I have 4 younger siblings. So older sibling characters are definitely the ones that I relate to. More specifically, that's why I it's so hard. I think I personally relate to Hiro a little bit more than Mari. Just because I tend to be a little bit more of a people pleaser than a perfectionist. But Mari definitely has some character traits that I'm like, I hope you have a happy new year as well. Thank you for being here. I don't even know how to respond to that. I'm glad you're okay. Also, thank you for all the Miwo love. Ray, your Miwo is getting lots of love. I don't know. Yeah, my mom got subjected to so much Omori. Like so much. More than she wanted to. Because I didn't want to spoil it for my sister who was playing it. And I had recorded some videos ahead so I couldn't like discuss it with y'all because I wanted y'all to be able to see my reactions first before we talked about it. So I was like stuck not having anyone to talk to about it. And so my mom got the entire rundown. Which I'm very grateful that she sat and listened to the whole thing. But yeah, she got to know some of the characters quite well. So many of the characters all of the characters have so much depth to them, and I want to talk about all of them so much because they all deserve so much more recognition. And it's just they're all so good. And like I've said before, I personally like to talk about the characters that get talked about a little bit less. That's why I don't really like to talk much about Basil, because you can go online anywhere and see so many discussions about Basil, which Basil's great. I understand why. But like he's talked about a lot already. I want to talk about someone else. So I learned to talking to or I lean towards talking about characters like my favorite characters to talk about are probably Hiro, Mari, and Kel, because I think they're the ones who deserve, like, I feel like they're the ones who don't get enough recognition compared to their characters in the game, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's chaotic. I am a part of a family of 8 people, so our house is never quiet. I'm not home alone. My sister's here, but I am home without the rest of my family because they're still coming back from vacation. So it's very wild to have a house this quiet. Although there's fireworks going on outside right now, so if you can hear those, that's what that is. Thank you for coming. Have good food. All of us is just forcing our parents to listen to the Omori rants. See, I started the story with telling my mom about what happened to Mari, because that was the part I needed to talk about the most. And she was so disturbed when I explained it. She was just like, they were 12? And I was just like, she was just like, but why? Why are you playing this? And I was just like, because it's good. I promise. And then she ended up actually getting like really invested, particularly into like the Hiro and Mari situation. Also, I have this piece of hair that keeps falling in front of my head, so I'm sorry about that. Making artwork and animations is so fun. I absolutely adore doing it. Like, most of my sketchbook is fan art at this point, and a lot of it is Omori fan art, which I'll post more of probably. Like I said, a lot of it's on my art Instagram, which my regular Instagram is linked on my channel and linked at the top of my normal Instagram is my art Instagram. If any of you want to check that out, um, that's there. There's lots of Omori drawings on there, or I guess only a few, but there's gonna be more because that's all I'm drawing right now. Like Hero, I was talking about this with some people, but my brain just blanked. Um I was talking about this with some people the other day, and Hero in particular, like he does get talked about a lot in the sense that he does like his character does get discussed, and but it's always focused on him and Mari, or um like his like grief around Mari's death, which are very central aspects to his character and his role in the story. But like there's more to him than that, and I would love to talk about that more. Yes, I would absolutely cosplay as an Omori character. I'm actually planning on that right now. I have a lot of cosplay stuff, so I'm actually planning on after this, probably sometime tonight, I'm gonna look through it and see what stuff I have. I know I have all the stuff for at least a basic closet cosplay of Sunny, because, that's I basically wear half the clothes he wears anyway, just in general. I don't really have any other good wigs for the other characters, which is the issue. So that's a little bit irritating because I'd have to buy more, and I already have so many. I have so many wigs, and they're just in my garage. So I'll have to look through those again and see if there's anyone else. If I got a better wig, I could do cosplay of Dreamworld Hero because I have pajamas that look like his. I got them for Christmas, and I'm very excited about it. Oh no, I am so sorry. I hope nothing awful happens. Oh, cool. I'll look into that game. I have never heard of that before. Hero Hero is a great person and he deserves so much better. Like so many bad things happen to him, and I can't imagine how much he must have been like just the why is this happening to me that surely must have been going through his head all the time. And I'm like, you don't deserve any of this. None of them deserve any of this. It's so sad. Oh, absolutely. Hero, that's like Kel's whole speech, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Hero's doing better now." But you can tell that like even Kel doesn't really believe it because he's just more of like, yeah, um, I'm just throwing myself, burying himself in his work so that he doesn't have to think about it. And I mean, like me too, but me too, buddy. Not a good idea. Don't do that. Oh, you cosplayed as Aubrey for Halloween. That's so cool. Which version did you do? Dream World or Real World? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, you should totally send me that. And ooh, what is that about? I have never heard of that game before. And hello, welcome. I am happy that you're here. Don't worry, we've literally just been talking for 50 minutes at this point. I don't even know if we're gonna get to the game because we're just talking. Yes, the fact that he blames himself so much for her death is just not. It's not fair. Like that's just I want to whine every time that like I think about this game. Just be like, it's not fair that any of this happened to them, and it's so tragic, and I'm so upset about it. But like at the same time, if it didn't happen, obviously the game wouldn't exist, and so defeating the purpose of wishing it never happened. But I just why? My favorite games. I obviously Omori. Um, I'm a huge Five Nights at Freddy's fan, but I'm not particular. Like, it's not the games I'm a fan of. I'm lore nerd. Um, Ace Attorney is definitely huge Ace Attorney fan. Ace Attorney I was obsessed with for like 6 months. It was it was a mess. Like, it was fun. I loved it. I had a great time. But I cried so much over that game. It's not even funny. I technically still haven't finished it. I have not ever played the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I have not played I never finished Spirit of Justice. I got stuck on like the third trial and never went back. Um and then I also I definitely I'm also a fan of Danganronpa. It's a good series. It's got some problems, just like every series does, but I'm actually rewatching somebody play it right now, and I'm on the second game, and I love the second game so much. Okay, well, if it sounds like something that I might like to play, you can feel free to. I'll look into it, I guess. Like, I won't look into it to spoil it if it's a game that, like, if you look into it, it'll spoil it, but I will look into possibly playing it, if that makes sense. I did watch the photograph music video and suffered the whole time. It was beautiful. It was great. I was so sad. That's so cool. That I would really like to cosplay Aubrey. She seems so fun to cosplay, especially real world. Farewell. It was nice to see you here. I am glad that you were here for a while. It was very, very nice. Dude, I mentioned it in my last Omori video, but I was freaking obsessed with Mia Fey, and like still am. She's still one of my favorite characters ever. And the entire game revolves around her and her story. And I feel like it's not talked about enough, and it never will be talked about enough because she's just kind of swept under the rug. Like, oh, it's fun. I'm like, no, let's talk about her. Everybody needs to have an Ace Attorney phase in their lives. Ace Attorney is a wonderful. I was a huge still am, I guess, huge Shuichi and Kyoko fan. Those are my two favorite characters. I also really like Hajime. I think because I related to Hajime the most. I don't remember the name of the person who I'm watching. I'll have to look at that again. I'm very bad at like remembering channel names. I just put I put videos on and I'm like, I don't know who this is, but I'm enjoying it. I saw that. I was considering playing that, but I was also like a little hesitant that would be something that people are interested in since I didn't play Danganronpa on here. Oh yeah, Omori, phenomenal. I'm already like, man, I wish I could play this again blind. It was so good. Hello and welcome. Happy New Year to you as well. I have not played Sally Face. I actually know next to nothing about it, so it's one of the ones that I will probably hopefully play at some point if y'all would be interested in that cuz I have seen some, similar fan bases and stuff. Yes, I will do that. I love Omori animations. I am a oh, I keep bumping my desk. I am a huge animation fan. Definitely. I have not yet successfully finished an animatic. I really want to, and the one I'm working on right now is I mean, it's going well so far. I really would like to finish it, and I hope to finish it because yes, yes. I have played Doki Doki Literature Club. I have not played Doki Doki Literature Club Plus yet. I own it. I have not played it, but I do really like that game. I kind of tend to forget about it sometimes though. Like, I don't know. It's just it slips my mind, but it was. I made my friend play it one time in like the middle of the night, and she got really freaked out. I felt really bad. I've heard of Earthbound. I have not obviously played it. Um I've heard that I heard some people when like they went to play Omori for the first time were like, "Oh, there's like Earthbound," but I'm like I've never played Earthbound, so I have no point of reference for that. Yep. My Danganronpa phase was I think in like this I guess when it like blew up again in like 2020 and I cosplayed a lot of the characters. It was one of the most chaotic absolutely wild times of my life, but it was so fun and I miss it sometimes. Like I wish I could go back to that like just mess. It was really fun. Like I cosplayed a lot of the characters. I cosplayed Shuichi, Junko, Kokichi, Nagito, Kyoko, Kazuichi, um gosh, I know there's more. Mukuro, Hajime. I cosplayed a lot of them. Um I have seen the Omori Ace Attorney crossover thing pop up on my feed. I have not watched it yet. Yes. Mm. Yes. I won't go too much into the Mia versus Dahlia thing because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Honestly, I'll probably rewatch slash replay Ace Attorney sometime because it's just it's so good. I have been recommended Celeste by a few people, and it's one of the ones that I've been considering playing. I don't think it's going to be appearing in the next round of votes just because I think I already have like the four that I'm going to put out for a poll, but it is definitely one that I may be playing eventually. You are totally right. Anytime anytime something gets mentioned now, my brain immediately goes something? Like something? My younger brother has been playing the game as well, actually. Um my mom doesn't get irritated necessarily, but finds it kind of funny that I have a very large influence over my family unintentionally. I can't help but to talk about the things that I'm into because I do this thing where whatever I'm into is the only thing I think about or talk about. So whenever I'm into something, it tends to be the only thing that I ever mention. And so coincidentally, all of my siblings end up getting into it, which is really funny because my siblings are quite young. Specifically, I have two siblings who are under the age of I have two siblings who are under the age of 9. And so obviously they don't know the darker side of Omori because I'm not going to tell them that. They're under the age of 9. Um but they're really into the whole, headspace version. And so I'll just occasionally hear them talking about Omori and I'm just like, "Oh, you guys have no idea and we're going to keep it that way." I don't think I actually I guess I don't own any official Danganronpa merch. Like I have some art and stuff that like I've got from artists, but I don't think I have anything official. I so badly want to buy the Omori plushies. Do I have the money for it? No. I mean, technically, yes, I do, but no, I don't because I just bought a crap ton of other merch. But I'm gonna at least get Hero and Mari. I'm hoping with pre-orders and stuff. I have not played Hollow Knight. My sister is actually currently playing that, and so if she thinks it'll be a good game for me to play, I will do that. Did you really say that? That's hilarious. I saw somebody one time. I don't know. I don't know if it was you or if it was someone else, but jokingly be like, "Oh, because we murdered someone," and I was sitting there like, I mean, yeah. We'll be doing the Hikikomori. I don't know how to pronounce that. Um, soon. So, I mean, I think I'll be able to handle it by myself, but if I need help, I will ask for it. Ah, that's so cool. Who? Blah, 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 English? What phone case? Like, what do you have? Who's on it? What's on it? I'm curious now. It's so hard not to confirm it when somebody gets like close to making a guess because you're just sitting there like. And I've watched a few. I've watched like two different people stream it. Um, not to its completion, but and the amount of times that the chat like makes jokes, and I'm like, please, shh. But like, you don't want to call them out on their jokes because then it's gonna make it obvious. And I'm like just sitting there like, ah, okay, okay. I have not. I've heard about that game. I have not played it, so that is something that we might also play if y'all are interested in that. Oh, that's cute. The friends apparently, or I know that there's a jump scare with that unfortunately I did not get in my playthrough. Um, which is kind of funny because I literally looked in mirrors every single second I got the chance. Like anytime a mirror appeared, I was like, I'm gonna look in this mirror. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And I never got jump scared. And I'm like, okay, because apparently that's a thing that happens. And I was like, oh, okay. No, of course nothing could possibly be scary. Nothing could it would yeah, no, no. See, that was me going into the game and hearing that it was really sad and then being like, "Oh, like it'll be fine. I'll probably cry at the end." And then like Kel and Sunny were talking at Mari's grave and I was like, "Oh." I I did not I'm assuming that's what happens when you open the door for Mari on the first night, which I did not do because I didn't trust Mari and in a panic decision, I just didn't open the door. So I didn't see that, but I did see it when I played it with my sister because she's more daring than I am and opened the door. My mom struggles so hard to keep up with my Omori talks. Like I'll just be ranting and she's just like, "So wait, Sunny and Omori are the same person?" And I'm like, "Yes, but also no. But kind of. But no, but yes. Maybe a little bit." Shut up. Of course it was Winston who opened the door cuz Winston is such a daredevil. The truth section was definitely editing that was really hard for the sole reason of I had such a like shocked like state of just disbelief that I was just like, huh, that I literally did not piece it together until, the final slideshow of pictures. And I never said anything and I was just like, okay, this is what's happening. And then finally, like when we were having the conversation with Basil, I was like, okay, so recap what happened? Think at the end of the game we have a picnic with Mari. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you saw I was sobbing. I was a mess. That just they started playing the music too and I was like I can't. I can't do this. I cannot do this. It was like the end of the game. When I was like when we were going to go play the go play on the stage, and we were talking to little Cal and Hero and Aubrey. When I was just like I can't, I meant like I was like I cannot do this. I am so I was suffering so much. You are so invested, and it's just I okay. I rewatch my own videos all the time because I think it's fun. And I go back and I'll watch like my first few videos and I'm like, "Oh, I was so innocent. I knew nothing. I knew nothing. Literally nothing. I was so into happy friendship land. Like you had no idea what was coming. You had no idea. And then it was just trauma." Thank you so much. I'm very happy to hear that you enjoyed it. I did enjoy it very, very, very much. I mean, as you can see, I spent all of my money on merch. So, I only do that when I really, really enjoy that. OST track of Omori is your favorite. I have a lot. Off the top of my head, I love By Your Side. I love World's End Valentine, Omori. I love Bookcase and Lost Library a lot. Those are both very nice. I love A Home for Flowers, Daisy. I think is my favorite of those. Obviously it means everything. Final duet, like you can't just ah. Ready Steady Go is also iconic. I'm definitely forgetting a few, but those are just the first few that popped into my head. I do the same. Whenever when I was playing with my sister, I was like, "Here, play this game, have fun," and then I'm like, "I'm gonna watch you suffer," and I feel bad, but I'm also like, "You gotta." I felt a little bit bad. In Black Space, the "Do you want to cut open Miwo?" Um, I could have told my sister how to avoid that. I didn't. I figured it'd be more fun to let her make her own choices. So she was just sitting there and making the decision, and I was just like, now you get to experience the same trauma I did. I have been trying to learn some of the songs on piano. I haven't played the piano in like 6 years. I don't remember anything. But yeah, I can imagine that spacing out during sadness would be something I would do if I could actually play any of it. The Lost Library track is just so peaceful and nice. Honestly, I was listening to the soundtrack in painting class one time, and it was just like chill. Putting it on shuffle is the most chaotic thing because it'll be like chill for like one song or two songs, and then it'll suddenly like cut to like one of the phobia songs, and you'll just be sitting there like, and then like 2 seconds later it'll be playing like Stardust Diving or something, and you'll be like, okay, I don't know what just happened, but that's fine, I guess. And you're welcome, Ray. You love me. I'm just the nicest. Oh, I want to play so many of the songs on piano. Unfortunately, I cannot play the piano. And don't worry about having to go. I really enjoyed having you here. We probably won't stay for too much longer because my family is probably going to be home soon anyways. I don't know where my cell phone is. Oh, I threw it on the floor. Ta-da! So, But I am taking a lot of I've taken a lot of art classes. I'm not officially an art major, but Sweetheart's Castle. My sister loved playing Sweetheart's Castle because she was just like running all around everywhere, and it was great. I mean, it was wonderful, but she had so much more fun with that than I did. Yes, that lineup is the it's the funniest thing. Like, it's not. It's terrifying, but it's so funny to me at the same time. That, like, you just go from doom and terror to just in the span of 0.2 seconds. Well, thank you for coming. It was very nice to see you here, or see your comments here. I can't see you. You can see me. I can't see you though. I can see your comments. Oh my gosh! People are following me on social medias. Wonder if that's y'all. I have not seen that. Is that does that make them better or worse in terms of scariness? Like, I don't know if I can picture that. Wait, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna look at the OST again. Oh, no, not on. My on repeat has a lot of songs from it. It means everything is on my on repeat. As is By Your Side. I guess those are two of my favorite songs. No, those are just on my Hero Mari playlist, I think. See, there's a lot of songs I like, but I'm also very bad at recognizing song titles. I will have to check that out now. Now I'm incredibly curious, actually. Oh, yes, the art is so good. Like, I mean, any art is any game that has like a lot of art in it is automatically like one of my favorite things. Um so just that like that was the aspect of Omori that immediately drew me in. Fun fact, Omori is one of those games that I think I saw something about it back in like 2020, maybe 2021, and I was like, I think I'm going to really like that game. Like, I think that that game is going to be something that I would really enjoy. I want to play that game. And then I didn't because it's one of those games that I stuck into my back pocket of because I've been doing kind of YouTube on and off after or not on and off. I wanted to do YouTube when I was like 12. And obviously that didn't really go anywhere. So it was always something I wanted to go back to one day. And so I kind of just stuck that game in my back pocket as a like, if I ever do YouTube, I want to play this game on there. And like, I knew literally nothing about it going into it. I just was like, I want to play that game. And I am so glad that I waited to play it on here because this has been amazing. Yes, I saw that this morning at like at like 3 o'clock in the morning as I was eating waffles. In North Carolina. I was just like, yo, the art was so cute. It was phenomenal. But yeah, 1,000,000 copies. It deserves so much more. It is such a good game. I love this game so much. Like, seriously, I don't even think I could ever properly express that. And I'll say, what better way to start a new year than talking about Omori? That's what I'm always doing. Like, after this, I'm probably going to draw Omori and talk about Omori, and Omori is just. Omori has taken over so much of my life right now. It's not even funny. I was wondering if obviously it's like Sunny's version of something is like the I mean, you know. I felt like Basil's was probably more of the it was like the bottom of the stairs version, I'm assuming because that's I'm wondering if like the moment that like shook them the most, I guessed. I guess. I guess because like that was where everything hit Basil. Everything didn't really hit Sunny until he looked back. And so I'm assuming that's why those are the shapes of the some things that they've taken. And hello, welcome. That's hilarious. What a way to get into a game. I don't think I did notice that something. That makes sense. And is also really sad. I am really sad about that. I feel like I might have heard the scrap voice lines. Oh, sorry, I keep bumping my desk at some point, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know. I've consumed so much of Omori content, it's not even funny. Like, any recent Omori stuff that like comes out, there's like a 50% chance I'll have commented under it or have seen it. I've actually run into like one or two of you in a few various social media accounts that it's just been like, hey, what's up? How's it going? It's so pretty. I've listened to it so many times and like my heart breaks every single time and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? But it's so pretty. My brother's been learning to play it on the piano too, so I will just be chilling and then suddenly I will just hear it the beginning of it start to play and I'm like, okay, okay. I have not seen all of the WTF secrets. I have heard about that. I have not seen them all. I've heard of that as a concept. Yeah, fun fact, I was on TikTok a lot. Danganronpa Fandom 2020 was hot on TikTok. Um, and then I deleted it because I spent too much time on it. And I did not want to spoil anything for myself. So I was like, there's no way, because TikTok is awful about spoilers. So it was just like, I deleted it because I was like, I'm not going to spoil anything for myself. Which is what I'll do whenever I play a game like this. I'm certain I just won't go on social media like that because there's just, I don't want to. That would be an awful way to spoil something. But I've been enjoying a lot of content now that I've, finished the game. Obviously avoiding anything that mentions, any of the other endings. But I've commented on a lot of those. I'm like, I'll just go on there for like an hour and just be like, I like this, I like this, I like this. I have heard of that. I have heard it in passing. I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I want. That's so cool. I would love to hear the full final duet in person. I would cry, and it would be great. I used to play the piano, and now I want to play again. But the issue is I don't remember how to play at all. Because I was really young when I played, and I do not remember anything. I mean, I was never really good at reading sheet music in the first place in general. Like, not that that's all that playing is. But, I would like to know how to do it. I say I would like to know how to do it again, but I never knew how to do it in the first place. I just faked it till I made it. My piano teacher was not impressed. I should show my dad something and make him play it. He knows how to play the piano. Oh, that does sound very interesting. I would love to check that out, actually. You should learn the duet. I think that would be really, really cool. Really, I noticed that there's one part of Black Space that wasn't in that I didn't get in my playthrough, but my sister found in hers that was like a grave that I think it seemed like a bunch of members of the team. It's really cool to see how much of like themselves that they put into there. I maybe my goal should be to attempt to even relearn sheet music in any sense again because I just Oof. Yeah. I just it's one of those games that it's like once you know the spoilers you can't go back from. That was probably awful. I'm so sorry. Oh, hello. Well, welcome. Thank you for watching the Stanley Parable videos. That game was really fun. And it was kind of fun fact, the Stanley Parable was the first video I recorded on here. It's not the first one I posted, but it's the first one I recorded on here. And I had a lot of fun with that game. I'm happy that you watch it, and I'm very excited that you're watching my Omori playthrough now. I literally knew nothing going into Omori. I heard it was sad. That was it. I was sold. Somebody was like, I just saw it was like, oh, it's a sad game and trauma, and I was like, okay, I want to play, and I did. It was great, and now I'm sad and I have no money. I used to play the piano, used to play the guitar. But like when I say used to play, I mean I knew a little bit. I really haven't. I always say that music is the one art form that I don't particularly have any talent in, which is kind of funny because my job I work as a I don't know I don't know what it's called. I I work my job is to work the soundboard or work a soundboard. So I'm, mixing stuff. And I'm like, I don't know how I got this job. I don't know what I'm doing, but honestly, it's an enjoyable game even if I feel like even if you do know this some of the stuff going into it, but like if you can play it blind, I'm like you like oh, that's why I'm so paranoid every time somebody like goes to spoil something in like a streamer's chat. I'm like, no, don't, please, please. Favorite character of the game is Hero. Okay. Controversially, not really. I don't think this is controversial. I'm just stating my own opinions. If I had to rank the characters for me personally in terms of favorites, and I love all of them, so this is all of them are up here, but in the up here, we have Hiro, Mari, Kel, um, probably Sunny, then Aubrey, but these two are like so close, and then Basil. Don't kill me for that. I love Basil. I do like Basil. I just can't. It can't be like, yep. We have a tense relationship. No, both of this one and this one are Your Lie in April, but I have seen Violet Evergarden and I do love it, and I would love a poster of it. Favorite boss? I'm assuming other than Omori, because Omori is technically my favorite. Hmm. That's so hard because I spent like the entire playthrough hating Sweetheart, so I can't say that she's my favorite. But like, I kind of, when I think about it, she was the most fun. I had fun hating her, and that was why it was great. So in a way, I love her, and she was just, I don't know. She made the game fun. It's just her section also caused me so many problems that it was a ha ha ha. Are you sure about that? I have seen way more Basil love than I've seen Basil hate. To the point that I sometimes get a little bit scared to say anything bad about Basil because I don't want people to get upset. Because Basil seems like one of those characters. I was talking to someone, I don't remember who, I'm so sorry. But talking about Nagito and comparing like Basil and Nagito in the sense that like they just get so mischaracterized. Specifically with Basil, people seem, from what I've seen from like the stuff that I've gathered about the fandom, is people either seem to take Basil as a oh, you're so innocent and so cute and you could never do anything wrong and you poor innocent baby, you can do, you're just, and I'm like, no. And then people take the other end to put him on the other end and are like, he is a psychopath manipulator who was obsessed with Sunny to the point where he, like, he did this for Sunny because Mari never mattered. And I'm like, no. Whole point is that he's neither of those things. Literally neither of those things. So maybe don't, like, reduce him to one thing, please. He's not innocent and he's not evil. Do I need to turn it up more? I can do that. I'm super doom. Oh wait, no, that's this monitor. Let me know how that is. I don't know. Um the most difficult boss for me. It's hard because I leveled up so much that like none of them were that difficult in the end. I feel like because of that I struggled a little bit against Captain Spaceboy because he was so early on and I hadn't leveled up a ton. So, like, other than that, I kind of defeated everyone fairly easily, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed just beating the crap out of everyone. My favorite, my two favorite boss battle, or, oh, it's hard. I actually really liked the Mr. Jocelyn boss battle. That one was one of my favorites. Oh man, imagine if Mari just, that would be so messed up of Mari. Like, so messed up. In so many ways. But, I mean, like, hey! If she's not dead, then that's good. That's why Mori's grayscale. I mean, it works. Humphrey section, I think I agree. I think it dragged on, but I also agree that that was kind of the point. And so like it was like one of the points where I was like I'm done being in the headspace and that was the point. So I think it accomplished its point very well like by that. Um it's so hard to like officially, you know, put myself into characters' shoes, but I think personally I could forgive them, but also I don't think the relationship would ever quite be back to where it was because it's like once you know that it's something you can't ever really go back from. So you can build a new relationship from there, but it's never going to be exactly the same as it was. And that's okay. But I do think overall I would be able to forgive at least Sunny. Basil I would have a harder time with. Yeah, Sweetheart and Captain Spaceboy should not have been together, and that's pretty. Yep. Yep. Yes. Mm. Honestly, the parallels between like Headspace and like Faraway Town are so cool. Particularly, and I know that this isn't a boss, so that's not what you're talking about, but it just reminded me. My favorite name out of like all of them, out of like all the differences in the names, is Kimberly. I don't know, something about that just felt so brilliant because Kim is a name and Burly sounds like a decent name for especially the character that like Burly is. So like when I realized the combination of that, I was like, that's so cool. That's so cool. And it's just one of those details that has always made me really happy. And on that topic though, I love Kim very much. I love her dynamic with Aubrey and her relationship with Aubrey and the hooligans relationship in general. That's just I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I caught it way later than I meant to. Like it was just kind of a random realization that I was like, "Oh, wait." Cuz like the names are so similar in the sense that like, you know, Sean and Ren um and then Sean spelled differently and Karen and you have like Charlene and Charlene just spelled differently. I didn't get who Angel was for like the longest time. Somebody had to tell me who that was. Mm-hmm. Sean and Karen, and then Sean and Ren are like, you know, the two different versions of. I don't know why those people just stuck out to me. Like I saw them in the park in like the playground for the first time. I was like Sean and Ren, and then when I saw them in Faraway Town, I was like Sean and Ren, and it was just they were so exciting to me. Yeah, I believe so. I have no idea how Angel went into Nip either. That one doesn't make sense to me. I have literally no idea. Thank you, thank you. It was very nice to talk to you. Like I said, we'll probably head off not too soon because, oh my gosh, I've been here for an hour and a half. That went by really, really fast. That's hilarious. I don't know if I noticed that. Man, character voices. This one of the reasons I love games like this so much is because of the character voices. I did the same thing like when me and my sister played. We didn't do it with Danganronpa. When we played Ace Attorney, we voice acted all the characters, and it was so fun. And then we did the same thing when we were reading the Bungo Stray Dogs manga, which was just it's so fun to like get to give everybody voices. Um, so I personally think I kind of just avoided making guesses, but that was where my brain was going. Like, I didn't particularly like. I guess I didn't spend that much time pondering about like how Mari had died. I was just kind of like, well, the game will probably explain it eventually. I was a little like, okay, that's interesting with Mikhail. I did not interact with lemons. What? Oh, okay. The worst character in Omori in terms of like worst person or in terms of worst written character? Because those are two different things. Worst person, I feel like it's hard because I don't know the full story of all the characters. I'm not a fan of Aubrey's mom, but I also feel like I can't say too much because I don't know what happened. But there's just that's not okay. I did see that interaction between the pretty boy and the dog. I was dying. That was so cute. The candy store lady was obnoxious. I was like, please leave me alone. Especially since it was like right after the sweetheart section that I had interacted with her, and I was like, My least favorite character. I feel like it's between the candy store lady and Aubrey's mom. I don't know. I don't like any of their parents particularly that much. Um it's a little bit hard for me because like obviously none of their parents are that great. In terms of Sunny's mom clearly isn't the best. Sunny's dad clearly isn't the best. Um Kel and Hero's parents are people I struggle a little bit with because they're not the worst by any means. And they are there and they're present and they do care about their kids, but it's hard when you have that sibling dynamic, especially as somebody who has a lot of siblings. You know, I've got 5 siblings and I can see some similarities in some relationships, let's just say, and it's like yeah, no, it definitely does line up, and that is what I did end up like, going with mentally when before the truth came out. But then, you know. Yeah, Basil's parents just kind of dipped. Not a fan of them, but I also don't know anything about them other than the fact that they dipped, so I can't really say much about that. Not a fan of them. Can't say I'm a fan of them, but I can't also. I love Aubrey so much. Actually, I had somebody leave a comment on one of my videos earlier or yesterday that I mean to go back to, them being like, they were talking about how Aubrey is a horrible person, and I'm like, okay, hold on, back up a sec, because no, did she do some horrible things? Yes, but she's not a horrible person. Oh, that's so cool. That's really neat. Actually, I love when creators like put little references to things in their work. It makes me so happy. Isn't there one piece of official art of Polly I feel like I've seen? I don't know. Um Happy New Year to anyone who it is New Year's to. That is very very exciting. We still got um what, like, I can't do math. 5 hours till it's New Year's here, but I actually I don't know about Basil's parents, but I do think that I think Sunny's parents probably knew, and that's why Sunny's dad left, and Sunny's mom has the dialogue line of "I can't lose my son too." So I think them realizing what had happened, they kind of drove it drove the dad away, and kind of drove the mom closer to Sunny in a like, I can't lose you too for this, awful thing that you did. My brother, my younger brother, who is playing the game right now, he we I told him he wanted a violin, and I always jokingly was like, you can't have a violin because people learning violin is the most horrific noise ever to me. I can't do it. Um, and obviously, if he really wanted to play the violin, it's not like I could actually have any say in that. And I would actually support it. And he is doing that. But I told him the one condition for me being cool with him learning violin is if he learned Final Duet, and I would learn on the piano, we could play it together. And one of the things that now we're like, we should cosplay as Sunny and Mari, and so we'll probably end up doing that eventually because we're about the same age difference between Sunny and Mari as well, in terms of like, we're like 3-4 years apart. So that would be really cool. Yeah. I'm such a hero fan, it's not even funny. Like, I'm such a yeah, the amount of times that I'm just like, every time that Sunny says wow to Hero, I'm like, that's me. That's me. That is my reaction to everything Hero does. And hello. I is that what he plays? I haven't gone back to that since then. I know that he does play the piano in there. I did not realize that that is what he was playing. That's really cool. I definitely think that Sunny's parents at least suspected something. And I haven't fully played Deltarune. I did play. I have it on my list of can play because I did play a little bit of it, but I have not played enough of it, and it's been so long that I can't um like, that I don't remember much of it because I only played like 20 minutes of it. But from what I remember, they do have pretty similar personalities, which could end up pushing them apart, or they could end up getting along. I feel like it depends on the context in which they were meeting. You should totally do that. I have not been to a convention yet. I've cosplayed for like 2 years. I still have not been to a convention. I really want to go to a convention and cosplay to one. And cosplaying an Omori character would be so cool. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That would probably be traumatizing. Just turn around and be like, hey, here's a reminder of everything that you just went through. And yeah, I don't think, like, obviously there's some things that like you can look over a little bit in terms of like plot convenience, but like them just straight up believing what had happened is a little far fetched, I think. Um, hmm. I think one thing that I noticed for me that was quite different from a lot of people that I've seen are I don't know, I haven't seen like a ton of people's reactions to the truth yet, but a lot of people immediately are like, "Oh my gosh, Sunny, what did you do?" Whereas I immediately was like, "I feel bad for Sunny because this was an accident." I don't know why, like nothing inherently said at that point that it was an accident, but I just immediately was like, "This was a horrible accident." I guess just because the themes of the game were kind of leading up to that. I don't know. But I immediately felt bad for Sunny. I didn't quite understand Basil's role in it until I got to like the final pictures and put it all together, and then was like, and it took me a really long time to come around to understanding Basil. I have not heard of a group that's working to make an Omori musical. That's so cool. People who do fan projects like that, I am so in awe of, because any fan projects I work on, I tend to like get really hyper fixated on and work on for like 8 days straight and then never finish them because I moved on to something else. So like the people who actually make really dedicated projects like that are insanely impressive to me, and I have so much admiration for them. Most liked side character. Okay, so like other than the main six. I mean I mentioned that I really like Kim. So Kim is a contender for that. I really like Charlie. I don't know, she's just really sweet, and I have a soft spot for, you know, quiet, nice characters. And like she does a little flower clip, and I was like, oh my god. Sally. Sally did nothing, said nothing. What a queen. I love Sally. Hector, obviously. But yeah, probably overall, like Kim. I don't love Kim's headspace counterpart, but mm-hmm. I have so many thoughts about the fact that sorry, my brain just blanked. I have so many thoughts about the fact that like Hiro and Mari were the parents of the group, but also not the parents of the group, and they shouldn't have had to be the parents of the group, but they were the parents of the group, and then that just made everything so much worse. And I feel just that's one of the things that I feel so bad for Aubrey about, because like she literally had no parental figures whatsoever, especially after like Mari's death, because suddenly like the people she looked up to as like the older figures in her life just both vanished off the face of the earth essentially. You know, one died, one Hiro wasn't doing so great, and I feel so bad for Hiro and Mari because they did not deserve that at all. Because like they just, especially Hiro, like the line that literally broke me that I have not seen anyone else react in the same way to is when they're outside by the tree stump and Hiro says, like, you were just a kid then, Kel, but I was the oldest, so I should have known to take care of everyone. That line just broke my heart because it's just not fair. None of it is fair. And I just wish that they could have, some of them at least could have had healthy parents. But nope, they're all traumatized children. And I want to give them all a hug. Like, as unrealistic as group hug at the end is, I want group hug at the end. Not as a canon, just as I want a group hug at the end. I think they deserve it. I have seen that animatic. I cried. Like, I thought I was done. I thought my tears were done for a little while. They were not. That was amazing. Um, Specifically, like, I just, Cal at Heroes Graduate, it just, my heart just died in a good way. Like, in a bad way, but in a good way. It was just, I can't. I love them so much. I love all of them so much. I love this game so much. And it's just, it's beautiful. It is a work of art. I have seen a lot of animation because fan art is my favorite thing. It. I cannot tell you how hard it was to play this game without looking at fan art constantly, because I was like, I want to look at all the fan art, but I was like, I can't. I'm gonna spoil things for myself. I'm gonna spoil things for myself. I'm gonna spoil things for myself. So I had to stay away from all of um all of the animatic content and all of the animations and all of the fan art and all of the fan fictions, and I was like, this is torture, because I started the game I think back in July. And I was like, so I had to go that long without looking at anything. And like obviously a few things came up on my feed every now and then that I would save and look at, but like for the most part I tried to avoid it. And it was just the second I finished the game, I was just like, I am now consuming fan content at a rapid speed. Ooh, yes, that's I saw that one. I didn't see that one, but I saw that one in terms of I saw it and have not watched it, but I know of its existence and I need to watch it. Yeah, that is definitely one of my favorite moments of the game as well, because it gives so much perspective. I reference back to that so much in terms of when I talk about either Kel or Hero, because that's just such a pivotal the fact that you can miss that entirely if you just don't go outside, like you can just miss that entire interaction, at least as far as I know. And that just ah huh. And like just it gives so much insight into both of their characters. And it's so beautiful but so sad. I love games that make me sad. What? What is the dog doing? Oh. What are you? Is she hungry? Hi. But yeah, love I love fan content, and I love getting to consume all the fan content. I cry the most when things are over. That's why I have only gotten the good ending so far. I haven't gotten the other endings yet. But I know honestly people have been warning me about the other endings and like, oh, they're gonna be sad, and I'm like, they probably will be, and I will probably leave traumatized, but they probably won't make me cry, if that makes sense. Like, or like they might make me cry, but they like I will probably cry. What are you doing? I already took you out. Oh no! Please don't knock over my stuff, Riley. What do you want from me? What can I do for you? You wanna go? You won't wanna go out. There's no way. There's fireworks. Sorry, my my dog is knocking over all my stuff. It's always the dog or the cat. Neither of them can just chill for like 2 seconds. Kel is such a deep character that needs to be talked about more. I have seen the Ayo the Pizza Here memes. I don't actually know where they originated from, so I just get confused every time I see them. Hero and Finding Love Again is a topic I've gone very back and forth on, because on one hand I want yes, chaos is happening here. On one hand, I'm like, I know like a lot of the themes of the game do involve like moving on, but at the same time, I can't personally take that. So I don't know how I feel about that, quite honestly. Yes. That's I was thinking about that a lot about that line, in terms of there's so many lines I've gone back to so many times already with just knowing context now. I'm like, oh, I remember that, and I remember that, and I remember that. That one in particular, it's like it is so. It freaked me out, and no matter what, like someone is going to be mourning, and it's just um. What do I think? Miwo. I would like to believe Miwo is perfectly fine. I know that's probably not the case, but what if Miwo is just doing great and just isn't at the house. That's realistic, right? Honestly, I don't know though. I don't. I've heard some people talk about this. Well, it might have happened to me, well, but I don't remember the context of any of it, so I don't really remember why. Oh, that does make sense. He does with the pizza mini game. That is honestly beautiful. I have heard that. Were you the one who mentioned that to me? Somebody just mentioned that to me recently. Um, and I have not had the chance to look into it yet. You know, the fact that the true ending is the happy ending, like it is the best outcome for the situation, but calling it a happy ending um isn't exactly. Mercy took her bowls. She didn't bring them back. No. Sorry. Working with the dog. Did you put water in the cat's bowl? I think I need to see that meme. I think I need that in my life. I love the Omori fandom is definitely one that I can already tell has a lot of repetitive jokes, but I am kind of a fan of repetitive jokes sometimes because they're just so stupid. Stairs. There were a lot of stairs. I was in North Carolina these past 2 days, and there were a lot of stairs. And every time I saw the stairs, there was like we were staying in a cabin, and there was like really steep stairs. And every time I walked down the stairs, I was like, Mari. Sunny's dad could be doing literally anything. Like literally anything. I mean like he's gone. I don't I'm assuming he's yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish we got a little bit more into his character, especially like the characters whose parents we get the most into are I feel like Hiro and Kel's parents, which is very interesting. Sunny literally just doesn't I see I really like the fact that Sunny doesn't talk and his friends are just chill with that. Like it's just I don't know, something about that makes me happy. Cuz like they're not like, "Oh, why don't you ever talk?" or "Could you just like say something?" Like they're just fine with the fact that he doesn't talk and I don't know. I think it's really sweet. Um I have seen that AU. I didn't know that there was a fan game of it, but I have seen the AU of that. I see Omori references literally everywhere. I remember the night after, or like the day after I played, oh gosh, I played the end of the game, or not the end of the game, the fight with Basil and Sunny. I walked out like my front door to go, I don't know, I was going to class or something, and I turned to my left and there was just a pair of gardening shears and I just stopped and I went, and then moved on throughout my days if I didn't just, live. Yep, nope, trees, um, any type of flower, whether it's a character's type of flower at all, I'm like, flowers, Omori. Specifically, cacti. I see a cactus and I'm just like, yep, there's Kel right there. Piano, violin, music of literally any kind. Basketballs, sports in general, knee injuries. Like, I can equate so much to Omori. Like, there's a dog. Oh my gosh, Hector's a dog. A rock. Hector's also a rock. Somebody with a colored hair. Oh my gosh, people in Omori have colored hair. Um, I don't. It's hard to say whether it was a bad. Because, like, who was it bad for? Was it bad for Sunny's dad that he left? I don't know. We know literally so little about him that I feel like it's really hard to make opinions like that. Everything's an Omori reference. Everything's an Omori reference. Every single thing I look at is an Omori reference. I will find a way to equate it to Omori somehow. Somebody said everything's okay. I think it was on the plane when I was on the way back. It's like, oh, everything will be okay. And I'm like, Basil? Basil? My mom, actually, we were at dinner one time and there was a thing of basil and she just held it up to me and was like, look. And it was like, Basil! And she was just like, uh-huh. And I was like, wow, you just made a reference. Yep. Yep. All of it. Dreaming is definitely Omori. It's so bad. I'm like, I need to do something else with my life, but I know it's not, because everything is always like this. I think the last few things that I've done this with, before this it was Five Nights at Freddy's. Before that, was it before that? Ace Attorney, I think, and then before that was Bungo Stray Dogs. And before Bungo Stray Dogs, I think it was Haikyuu. Before Haikyuu, it was Danganronpa. Like, it's just like 6 months straight where I think about nothing but said thing. And it's just, oh, it's overwhelming. You picked out a shampoo because it was a reference. That is something I would do. That is something I would do. Oh, we're all so obsessed. This is so bad, but it's so great. I am having such a phenomenal time. This has been absolutely wonderful. Alas, I think it is approaching 2 hours of streaming now. This was unintentional. I was supposed to be playing the game. I did a very bad job at that. Oh, hi, Ginny. You wanna say hello? I can't reach over and grab you. You're too far away. Nope, she's gone. Oh well, I was gonna show you my other cat, but she's, I'm too lazy to reach over and grab her. But it has affected so much of my life and will affect so much of my life, and I will enjoy so much of it. I feel like we gotta end sometime, but this was very, very, very fun. So I think we will definitely be doing this again. Basil's caretaker, Polly. I love Polly. Polly has my entire heart. I want to give her a hug. I want to draw her. I want to buy her flowers. I want her to have all the good things in life because she deserves the world. Well, it's very nice to see you. I still watch that animation you made so often. It's like my favorite thing anyone has ever done for me. It is so, so amazing. But yeah, I think we will have to call it short at about 2 hours. So I really, really appreciate all of you for coming. This has been so fun. We will definitely do this again sometime. Like, I I was so nervous coming into this that because I was like, I don't know, is it gonna be awkward? Am I gonna be awkward? Are we not gonna know what to talk about? Is it gonna be? And then apparently we were talking so much that I forgot to actually play the game. So I mean, I'll probably leave this up in case anyone wants to come back and watch it because I know some people had to leave like halfway through. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You mean the absolute world to me. You're the ones who are the reason that I am here right now. So it's been amazing. Yeah, yes, one more question. Nice, you made steak. That is great. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner. Probably chicken and rice. That's what I eat 95% of the time. I ate chicken and rice at 8:30 this morning. Yeah, I will absolutely do this again because I love talking about games. And this is a great opportunity for doing so. Because then I just get to share a bunch of my thoughts and get to answer questions, and it's just wonderful. Oh, yes. you're gonna have hot chocolate? I want hot chocolate. Do I have hot chocolate? I don't have milk. You left it in the microwave? Oh no! I'm so sorry. You should probably get that. That sounds lovely. Alrighty. Well, do you want to leave it on, like, the community tab? Or... My friend just messaged me saying, okay, I know you're live streaming where I at least were right now, but I'm very worried about Basil, like, really worried. They almost have finished catching up with my playthrough, so. Alright, well, alas, I am actually going to go now. I don't want to, but I did check out, or I think, yeah, I believe I did. Those were so wonderful in terms of helping to get more context. I was left severely in a shook state after reading them, but I very much enjoyed it. Very glad I got to do that. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for sitting with me and listening to me ramble for this long. Thank you for all the amazing questions. I hope to do this again soon. We'll probably do the other endings. I don't know if we'll probably, I guess maybe live on Monday at 6 probably, and then Friday, provided everything works out, we'll start the other route. So that's exciting. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.